हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल परिनास। कैसे हैं आप सब? आज फिर से मिल रही हूँ एक नई सी मज़ेदार सी रेसिपी के साथ जो आप सभी को बहुत पसंद आने वाली है। लेकिन आज की रेसिपी है बहुत ही खास पर्सन के लिए। जी हाँ, मुझे मेरे एक फॉलोवर की रिक्वेस्ट आई थी और उन्होंने मुझे कहा था कि मैं उनके लिए स्पेशली ये वीडियो बनाऊँ। तो आज का है रेसिपी का नाम गुलाब जामुन केक। तो मैं पहले बताना चाहूँगी, जो मेरे फॉलोवर है उनका नाम है कैंडीज फ्रॉम साउथ कैरोलिन। And Candice, hi, this is Nazneen and I really thank you a lot for following my channel and sending me a request to make this cake for you. So today's recipe is for you especially. So this video I'm going to make in English so that it will be convenient for you to understand it, as well as this will be the first video I'll be making in English. So let's begin with it. Here I have taken a premix. This is a vanilla premix. So this is easily available in any of the bakery shop, or you can go in any of the baking equipment where you get baking items. This will be required to measure water. These are some type of spatulas I have taken. You can see this. And here is the cake tin. This is a round tin of 7 inches. And as I'm going to make the cake in a pan, or you can say in a big utensil or a pateli, what we Indian people call. So this is the stand which I'll be placing it in that pateli. This is a bowl which will be required for making the batter of the cake. And here are some of the tools, like this is the whisk, this is parchment paper, you can see. This is the piping bag. So I have taken 2 piping bags. One is the smaller one and one is the bigger one. So whatever you feel comfortable in, if you have a reusable piping bag, you can use that. I have this one. This is the brush to apply the butter. These are some cupcakes molds, so in case the batter remains left out, so we can use it. So this is like last week I have made some of these cupcakes, so that's the reason it is there. And this is the blades which will be used for beating the whipped cream. So these are the beater blades, and it's a rolling pin, and these are all the nozzles which I use. Okay, so let's start with the video. So before making it, I'll just wipe this all the equipments, all the tools with a wet cloth so that it is properly maintained, well hygiene. So let's begin. This is a weighing machine, so I'll just show you how much does this vanilla premix weigh. See, I have on this and I've kept this. So this is around 500 grams, 516 grams, that is approximately half kg. So I'll show you how to make it. Let's begin with the video. So Candies, stay tuned and just keep watching how do I make the gulab jamun cake. And to all my other followers and viewers, आप सभी से रिक्वेस्ट है कि प्लीज़ ध्यान दीजिए और देखते रहिए कि मैं किस तरह से आज गुलाब जामुन का केक बना रही हूँ. See, I have just cleaned this, and this 2 blades, like beater blades, as well as these small spatulas, I am going to place it in the refrigerator so that it gets chilled, it gets cool, so easily we can whip the cream. So the flour which I have taken, it's a premix, so I'll be placing all the flour in a bowl. So we're requiring water. So this is a warm water which I use for making a gulab jamun cake. You can see this is warm water, and by measure, if I show you, so let's see how much does it measure. Just wait, yeah, now we can measure it. So this is around 208 grams. It means approximately 200 grams water is what you can use here. So I'll be putting this water and this flour. So this much water I have kept it aside. Before that, we'll just mix it up. So this I'm taking here a whisk, and this is how it looks. So we'll add the remaining water. And one more thing, in premix you have to add water, plus you have to add oil. So you can either use oil or you can use a simply butter. So this is an Amul butter. So we have to take it around 50 grams of butter or oil. So 50 grams mean 3 teaspoons. So here I'm taking 3 teaspoons of butter. This is the 3rd spoon. So total 3 teaspoons of butter I have used here. Now all the things we will just mix it and make it into a fine batter. So see here, this is the consistency of the batter. This is still a thick paste, what we can see. So I'll add here some more water. So earlier I took 200 ml of water, and now I have taken approximately 40 ml, out of which 10 ml is still left out. So total 240 ml water is what I have used. So let's see here, I'm taking a spatula and we'll just mix it smoothly. We'll just make it. This is a cut and fold technique. So this will do it. So see here, the batter is totally ready. You can see this is how we have to make it in a ribbon form. See. So now we'll move on to the next step, which is making the tin ready. So here I have taken a parchment paper and I have cut this in the size of this tin. So we'll just place it over here. Before that, we'll apply some butter or oil from all the sides. So now I'll just place this parchment paper inside the tin and I'll just spread it all over. So I have not cut this parchment paper exactly according to the tin size, because what I do is that rather than wasting out the remaining parchment paper, I just spread it on the top like this, so that the remaining parchment paper is not at all being wasted. And now see, it's done. So what we're going to do here is that we'll just take some more butter and we'll just apply it over here once again. See, the batter is ready, and gently we will just move the spatula all side across. If in case there are some air bubbles in it, so it will just go away. See, here I have placed it, and slowly we'll just tap this and done. So now, as I told you, this cake I am going to bake it in a utensil, a big utensil, or a pateli, what we call it in India. So I'll show you how to bake it in a pateli. So I have taken here a big size pateli and I have placed a ring over here. This will be preheated, say around 5 minutes. I have placed the utensil and I had covered it with a lid. So it's been almost 10 minutes and the pan is totally been heated. And now I'll place this tin inside it. So let's be very careful. Again, cover it and wait for 40 minutes. Okay, in 40 minutes we'll check it once 30 minutes are completed, and if in 30 minutes the cake is not baked, the rest 10 minutes we will be keeping it to bake it properly. So wait for 30 minutes. Are covering the lid on the top of the utensil. You should be very careful that there is no air passed out, so it should be properly covered, and let it bake. So here, till the time the cake is getting baked, what we're gonna do here is we will make the whipped cream ready. So I have taken here Star whipped cream. This is a pure non-dairy cream, and we will be taking it according to the measure. So let's on the weighing scale and we'll place this over here and let's measure it. So slowly just take, see, I have kept this in the freezer, and then before whipping it I have kept it down in the refrigerator. So this is in a liquid format. So we will be taking overall 350 grams of whipping cream. So here you can see this is exactly almost 350 grams, only 3 grams is left. So this is 350 grams whipping cream. So now we are going to beat this cream. So here I have transferred the cream into this bowl. This bowl I have kept in the refrigerator to get it completely chilled, so that the cream while whipping it doesn't get melted. Or the other benefit of keeping the bowl in the refrigerator is that once the bowl gets totally chilled, totally cool, the cream while beating gets easily whipped and it doesn't take much time. So let's go and check out the cake whether it's baked or not, because it's already 30 minutes, which is totally completed. So let's go and check the cake. So let's check out. I'm taking off the lid, and wow, you can just see how well the cake has been baked. And here there are some cuts you can see, so no worries. This is anyhow going to be get cut to give it a proper round shape. So I'm just inserting a toothpick and showing you whether the cake is properly baked or not. So you can see here there are some of the particles sticking onto the toothpick. So what we're going to do is that we'll keep this for more 2 to 3 minutes, or say 5 minutes on a low flame, and then we are going to turn off the flame. So let's cover it again and keep it for more 5 minutes, and then the cake will be totally ready. So here I have covered the lid, and let's wait for 5 minutes and soon I'll show you the result. So here 5 minutes are over, and you can see, yes, the cake is being baked very nicely. As I told you, no need to worry. If you can see this over here, this is anyhow going to get cutted. You can see the toothpick is clearly getting up. You can see this is totally clean. So the cake is ready, and totally the cake took 40 minutes to bake. So let's wait for 10 minutes and I'll show you how to whip the cream and what all things you need to add while whipping the cream and while making the cake. So here you can see I have taken this cream and I have placed the beater blades into the beater, and now I'm going to whisk it. So before beating, I'll share some tips with you, which is like once you start beating, the first you have to keep it on level 1. You can see there are 7 levels, 7 speeds on. And the first level you have to whip the cream slowly. Then you have to take a pause. Then again you have to start, and you can take it on the 4th level. You can see the 4th speed. Repeat it. stop. Again you take it on the 7th speed and you beat it completely. This is why, because the temperature depends on the region. So here in India it's quite hot. So if I beat it continuously on 7th speed, the cream will totally get melted. It will become a liquid form. It won't be getting into a thick. So that's the reason I'm beating it. So I'll just beat it and I'll show you. So here you can see slowly and gradually the cream is getting thick. You can see here. And the volume is getting increased. So let's beat it again until it's thick. And now this is a little bit more in a creamy format, but still see pointer, you can see it's shaking. So we have to beat it more until it becomes quite thicker and it doesn't move. So here now you can see the cream is being totally whipped properly, and if I show you the pointer, it's not getting shaked, right? So other way of checking the cream whether it's been whipped or not properly, so I'll show you one more way to check out your cream, is you simply have to turn the bowl. If you see there is no cream coming down or slipping down of the bowl, it means your cream is totally being ready. So what I'm going to do here is that I'll take out some of the cream in another bowl to make some decoration on the top, and the other I'll put some color. So it's your choice completely whether you want to add color in it or not, or if you want to make it in a white whipped cream, you can simply make it. So here I'm taking some of the cream and transferring it into another bowl, which I'll be using it for the top decoration. So I guess this much cream is quite enough for this. So let's get back to the one. And now in the remaining cream I'll add some color. So this I have taken a tomato red color. So I'll not put it much. I just want a light pink shade, or you can say a light red one. So this much, a few drops, 1 or 2 drops is quite enough. So let's see. I got the same color which I wanted to have it. So I just poured some 1 or 2 drops of red color, and it turned out to be a baby pink. So this shade is what I love the most. So it's totally depend upon you which color you want to add and how much you want to add. You want to make it in a darker shade or you want to make it in a lighter shade. It's up to you. So see this cream, it's been totally whipped properly. One more thing, if you overbeat the cream, if you over whip it, it will again turn into a liquid format. So be careful while whipping the cream. Once you see the whipped cream is being thick and it is not getting down, so you just top it out over there and you continue making the cake. So now what I'm going to do here is that I'll just place this cream again in the refrigerator till the time I cut the cake. So here you can see the cake I have taken it out from the pan or from the utensil, and it's been properly set in a normal temperature. So I'll just demold it and I'll show you how it has been turned out. So see here, I'm inserting the knife and just losing the edges, and now I'll just turn it off. I'll just turn this and I'll show you how it is being made. So here I'm just placing, so nicely it is coming out. And here, wow, how well the cake is being baked. So here I follow one more method. This is my own method which I follow. After taking off the parchment paper, I place the paper on the plate itself and I keep the cake out over here. And while making layers, what I do here is I take a knife and I insert this at the down. See how many layers you want for the cake. If you want 2, 3, or if you want 1 or 2, you can take it according to your choice. So I'll just simply insert the knife. I'll rotate the cake. So I have taken this thread and I'll place this inside the fine line where I have cut this. I'll take this and slowly I'll just move the thread towards my direction. So here, see, I've taken this thread and I'm just pulling it out so it gets a proper layer. So this is a very simple technique where I don't use much of the instruments, and you can see how easily the thread is coming out. See, the thread has come out, and now I'll show you the layer. I'm taking off this. And here you go. Isn't this amazing? You can see it. Once again, we'll take out the second layer. For that, again I'll use a knife. I'll make a small cut in the cake. And similarly, with the help of thread, I'm going to make it another layer. So you can see this is the second layer which I have cut it very nicely, and this is the topmost layer. So as I told you, there's no need to worry if your cake gets puffed out in this manner. We have to cut it down and we have to make a flat surface on the top. So this anyway, if you cut it down like this won't be get wasted, because it really tastes very good and it is very soft. You can see the sponge, you can see it's very soft. So you can have it simply without a cream. This I have taken a cake rolling stand. You can see this is rotating. So I will be placing a cake sheet over here, and then I'll be applying a few cream on the top before placing the the cake. So here the cream is also properly chilled, so I'll just spread some cream out over here. I'll keep the first bread. So what I can do here is that I'll just take off the second layer and the first layer is being kept properly. And as I told you, it's a gulab jamun cake. So this is the gulab jamun which I have made it at home. You can easily get it in the store. If you want to buy, you can get it easily ready-made in the store. And this is the gulab jamun syrup what we make while dipping the gulab jamun. So simply I'll place some syrup in this on top of the bread. So here with the help of the brush, I'm just spreading the syrup. As this is a gulab jamun syrup, this is already sweet because this is a sugar liquid, and you don't need to make any extra sugar liquid to pour on the top of the bread. And now it's time to add the cream. So now this is the piping bag which I have taken. This is the nozzle which has been very helpful while designing the cake. So I'll just place this inside, and I have to cut this down. So with the help of the scissor, I'm going to cut this. Oops, sorry. And I've taken a glass. So I'll just put this bag in this glass and I'll spread it out. And I'll put some cream inside it so it becomes easier to get filled in the piping bag. So this is how I'm going to fill the cream inside. You can see how nicely the cream is getting filled. Turning upwards the piping bag. See, I have filled the cream in the piping bag, and now simply I am going to make this round and round merry-go-round. So this is how I'm going to spread the cream on top of the cake so that it becomes quite easier to give it an even out shape. So with the help of a small knife spatula, I'll just spread this out. See, it becomes quite easier to spread it out. Now this cake is so easy that anybody can make it at home without having more of the instruments or the equipments of baking. So do try this out, and it tastes really amazing. So the next step what we are going to do here is, again I'll take a knife and I'll cut the gulab jamun pieces into 4, and I'll just place this over here. See, this is how I'll be placing the gulab jamun pieces. See, this is how I have placed the gulab jamun on top of the cream, and I have simply pressed it very lightly, not to give it a very tough press. Simply just place it. Now I'll be taking the second layer and I'll be placing it over here and repeating the same step, which is pouring some gulab jamun syrup on top of the bread. This is how. So it gets a proper flavor of gulab jamun, and with the help of the brush, simply tapping it. Again repeating the same step, just moving it round and round. Giving it a nice. See, isn't it quite easy to do this? And this is done. So again we'll be putting some gulab jamun pieces on it, and then I'll show you again. See, this is how I have placed the top layer, and I have cut this. Now here on the sides, you just have to take a piping bag and you have to apply the cream upwards. This is how. So here I'll be just rotating the table, and I'll just spread it out, and I'll show you how does it look. So here I have coated the cream on top of the cake, and now the remaining sides I'll just clean it off. So if you have a spatula, you don't need to worry much. You can see with the help of spatula it is getting out very easily. So I'll just wipe out the extra cream from the board. So here you can see how nicely it is being clean. And as we are making a gulab jamun cake, so the shape of the cake I have kept it as a dome. I mean, it's not a proper round. It is round, but it is little bit of oval shape so that it looks like a gulab jamun kept on the top of the board. So now we are going to decorate it. So it's a decorating time. Let's begin with the decoration. You can see this is the remaining cream which I have kept for decorating the top. So now in the same piping bag, I'll just transfer the cream and I'll make some designs with the help of nozzles. So I'll show you how I do it. Here you can see I have filled the piping bag, and here are the equipments which I have chosen to use. But in this, you can see there are nozzles, all types of nozzles. This is the scraper sheet, but I haven't utilized it. This was the other piping bag which I have taken to choose, but this was also not in use because I used only one piping bag. And this is a rose nail. So let's see which decoration suits the best. Not coming properly, so I have taken this nozzle. So let's begin with this. Just place the nozzle out over here, just press it and take it back, hold it, take it back. So this is how we will be making it. You can see it. Now with the help of another nozzle, I am going to make a top design. So let's begin with this. Just hold it and turn it. Just make it as rose shape. And I'll start making it the entire cake. See, this is how. A small rose all over the cake. Here you can see how nicely I have made a rose shape, though it is little bit of messy because as I told you, the temperature in India is very warm, and that's the reason the whipped cream, the cream is getting melted very quickly. So here I already had a chocolate cream 2 days back when I made a Kit Kat cake. So the leftover cream, I already had it with me. So I have put this cream inside, and now I'll make some different design on this cake. You can see here how well, or you can say okay, I have done the decoration. I've made it here a small flowers. So it's a gulab jam cake. So I have made this type of decoration, as to be honest I was short of cream, and so this is the way how I decorated it. Now I'll place gulab jamun on top of the cake so it will give a nice look. So just wait and see how do I place it. So here a bigger one in the center and a smaller one at the sides. So I'll just place it totally and I'll show you. So here the gulab jamun cake is totally ready, and you can see how well and nicely in a simple way it is being made and decorated. There is nothing much ingredients which I have used it over here. With simple 2 nozzles I have decorated the whole cake, and gulab jamun, as you know, I have stuffed it inside. I have kept a layer inside the cake. So on the top I have kept this 2, 4, 6, 8 gulab jamun for a better look. So you can see the gulab jamun cake is completely ready, and it's really tempting and mouth-watering. So a big thanks to Candice for giving me an opportunity to make this for her, and this cake is specially dedicated for you, Candice. So lots of love from India, from Nazneen, and keep watching, keep supporting my channel. Do watch all the recipes, and in future if you want to learn something more, so do let me know. प्यारे viewers, आपने देखा किस तरीके से आज हमने बनाया है गुलाब जामुन केक, और क्योंकि ये रिक्वेस्ट आई हुई थी साउथ कैरोलिना से कैंडीज की, जो कि मेरी एक सब्सक्राइबर है जो मुझे फॉलो करती है इंस्टाग्राम पे, तो उन्हीं की रिक्वेस्ट पे मैंने आज बनाया था ये गुलाब जामुन केक। और इसी तरह आप मेरी रेसिपी को लाइक करते रहे, मेरे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें, और मुझे कमेंट बॉक्स में बताएं कि आपको कैसी लगी ये रेसिपी। ज़रूर देखिए और मुझे कमेंट सेक्शन में बताएं अपना फीडबैक। तो चलिए मैं चलती हूँ और फिर मिलूंगी एक नई रेसिपी के साथ। तब तक अपना ध्यान रखिए, खाते रहे, मस्त रहे, और वेट कीजिए, जल्दी एक नई रेसिपी के साथ फिर से मुलाकात होगी। तब तक के लिए बाय बाय, टेक केयर, थैंक यू। And Candice, before going, I would like to tell you one more thing. So this was the half kg, you can say, flour which I took to bake the cake. So I'll now show you the actual measure of the cake, how much does it weigh. So just a moment, I'll take the weighing scale and I'll show you this cake after completing, after decorating, how much does it weigh. So here you can see I have kept the weighing scale. Because of the board I'm unable to show you the actual measure, but I can check out it over here. It is 1 kg and 690 grams. So it is approximately 1700 grams. It means 1 kg 700 grams the actual cake weighs. So you can make it anytime for any occasion, and it's really amazing. The taste is very nice, as it is a combination of a sweet Indian dessert gulab jamun and a baking cake. So do try it out and comment me your feedback. Thank you, take care, lots of love to you, Candice, bye bye.